why your manifestations might not be coming in as you would hope. Okay, so you could be self-sabotaging your manifestations from coming in without even realizing that you're doing it. And so this can come from a few certain points. First off, foremost, which I reckon is one of the most important things, is that your subconscious doesn't feel safe. So our subconscious is 95% of our whole brain, okay? It's our nervous system, it's how we're wired. And so your subconscious is formed from like years, right from when you're a child. And the things that you've been through, the traumas, traditions that you've been brought up in, religions, like that all forms that subconscious and how we go about life, like what our body defaults back to. So our body is programmed to keep us safe. And so your subconscious will stay where it feels safe as well. So example, if like when you were a child and money was tight and you're told, no, we can't have this. No, we must save. We can't spend on silly things. That's like ingrained into you. And so your subconscious, every time you might try spend, then it tries to hold itself safe again and says no, and could put of like a tight chest. This can also present in like anxiety sort of symptoms or just that kind of feeling as well. And so one way to remedy this, so this is going to be, remember, it's repetition. You don't go to the gym and lift one weight and expect to have like a bicep, okay? So one of the best ways to do this, every night before you go to bed, that little window before you go to sleep, is to start reprogramming the subconscious pattern. And it is by figuring out what it is exactly that it is that you want to bring into your life. So this could be money, this could be a safe love, stability, whatever it may be. And picture yourself as the future version of this person that already has it. And while we're doing that, you're going to start thinking like, what do I need to act like to be this person? Although remember, we still have to keep our authentic version of ourselves as well. So this has to feel like really aligned to you. But what would this person act like? What would they eat like if they had this money, if they had this love? And just also reconfirming that I am safe with this love. I am safe with this sum of money. And by that, you're going to start reprogramming your brain and your sub into knowing that this is how it is, okay? It is a done deal. This is who I am. The identity of this person that I am like visioning is a done deal and it's happening. And with that, your body's going to start feeling really safe in this and holding sums of money like that and holding a safe love. And by doing this as well, and by healing and doing what we call the shadow work, by healing these inner sort of like traumas, childhood wounds and bits and pieces like that, we're clearing out that shit that doesn't serve us. And we're, if you could imagine your body as a container, we're clearing all that out so it's getting emptier and emptier. And what that's going to do then is put in affirmations of positivity and safety. And so your body will feel safe, holding higher levels of sums of money, holding a beautiful love, holding stability and family and whatever it may be that you're trying to bring in. Number 2, when your manifestations don't come in and then you start experiencing feelings of, why is it not here yet? Or the fear of being seen, so we don't take aligned action, we start procrastinating as well. And what this is actually doing is giving out to the powers that be feelings of lack and insecurity and anxiety, and the universe is just like, you know what, I'm just going to give you more of that. I'm going to give you more bills, I'm going to give you more shit, and this is what the frequency is that you're giving to me, so obviously this is what you want back. So we really need to rewire those, and that's why affirmations are fantastic, but you have to really feel this affirmation as well. You can't just think something and then expect it to happen. You also have to feel it and take aligned action. So as soon as opportunities you notice come your way, jump on them. And sometimes it's like the fear of the unknown that can hold us back as well, or the fear that we're not good enough, or however it may be. But you need to override that, okay? We're creating a new identity to bring in these manifestations. So you ride that wave one foot in front of the other, and trust me, you'll get there. Number 3, you start overacting in inactivity. So when we are in that void bit, while we've released our control of how things are going to come in, because sometimes we hold on to things so tightly because we want to move the chess pieces and want it to come in faster, even though that prolongs it, then we start overacting. And so we might start doing more to try and bring it in faster. But again, that's just reinforcing that lack vibe as well. So what we really need to do is just sit back, okay? We don't ever let go of the desire. We know that's there, we know it's a done deal, but we let go of the control of how it's going to come in. And then because we've done that, the powers that be know that we're safe holding this feeling. So it'll start actually bringing in situations into your life and opportunities that you can then jump on. And again, it's just keeping our subconscious safe. It's bringing in more opportunities. We're getting safer holding these things. And just you watch that whole thing just snowball from there as well. But it's that old case of feel the fear, do it anyway. But divine timing's the real timing. So let it come in as it's meant to. When shit gets hard, then we just stop. So you could be on the right path, with your manifestations, you're knuckling down, you're changing the subconscious into this identity that you want to become, that you're going to become. But then you might get like slammed with bills and slammed with just random chaotic shit, it feels like. But you need to remember things are happening for us, not to us. This is actually a really good sign that you're super close to your manifestation actually coming into fruition, because all this chaos is actually your reality rearranging itself, okay? And it's like that version of you, your reality is trying to catch up with that future version of you. So all that shit needs to go. And while it can feel chaotic, this is the time now where you actually put your foot on the gas and you just keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep going, because you get through this. And then on the other side is your beautiful manifestations that you are trying to bring in here. So please don't stop. Please keep going, and please keep just feeling, holding that desire. Just don't stop. People and things that you're just so used to being around you might actually start falling away now, and that is hard, especially in like our 3D sort of reality that we're living in. It can be really hard to deal with these human emotions as they come through. But what you need to know, because you're like up leveling and aligning to this new path that you're trying to bring in, sometimes these people aren't actually meant to be on this ride going forward with you, and so you actually just have to sit back and let it happen. Okay, the things that aren't serving you will not be with you anymore when you're aligning yourself to that higher path, to your sovereignty, to what it is that you're truly aligned with. And yes, it's hard. Yes, you've got to feel the feels, deal with it, and then move forward. But sometimes you just have to let things go, especially if you want to truly bring in that higher timeline for yourself. We're trying to manifest from a place of ego and not from being heart-led. So what that sort of means, when we're trying to bring in our manifestations, we know it's a done deal already, right? But if we're doing it from a place that is of ego, which is like the thought is better than it actually coming into us and actually holding it and actually being ours, as opposed to something that is actually really heart-led, that we truly know is ours, that it's an absolute done deal. Okay, and so that is the difference there. When we want it more for like status or whatever it may be instead. But we really need to truly get laser focused on what actually truly lights us up, what we truly feel in our heart that, will actually benefit you in so many different ways, but from a place that feels so aligned and not just from what everybody else is going to think.